Hey everybody, happy holidays and Merry Christmas to you and yours from In My Head channel. Today we've got the Christmas tree up. I've got the Christmas ugly sweatshirt on that says have yourself a merry little Christmas. So today's video, first off, before I want to get started, I just want to say it's the holiday season. And so I really want to humbly and emphatically and sincerely wish each and every one of you and your families a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, whatever you celebrate this time of year. I hope that each one of you had an awesome 2019 and we're heading into 2020, and I'll be making a year in review video in early January, talking about some things that's happened on the channel, talking about videos in particular, and giving some stats on things that you guys helped make happen as far as views, subscriptions, things of that nature. So I'll be looking for that in early 2020. And today, it's that time of year we're buying Christmas gifts for people. It's Christmas time and we're ending the year. So a lot of times people this time of year, they give and get calendars. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the collector's edition Kiss calendar. So this is what I'll be covering today. I got this in and I've not opened it yet. I got last year's calendar. Last year's calendar had album covers in it, and I was really happy with last year's calendar. I really liked last year's calendar a lot. Just taking a look at the back of the calendar, I don't know if I like this one as much. This is made by Daydream under license to Epic Rights, which is Kiss's people that do everything. I got it, I think it was $20, and it includes a small little desktop calendar in there. And you can get that. I actually saw a full-size version of that. You can get that for about $15, but I didn't get it. But standing in the calendar store at the mall, looking at some pictures on the back, I knew that there were some months that I wasn't going to be very happy with. And so I wanted to give you guys a preview of what this calendar looks like. And if you don't want to be spoiled, then sadly you can't watch the rest because I'm going to go through it. But if you don't mind seeing what the calendar is, you'd see the back of it looking at it in the store anyway. You can continue to watch. Okay, so let me get it out of the pack here and we'll get started. It comes in a protective sleeve that basically, once you pull the calendar out, it's just basically a protective sleeve that has that on the front and it's clear on the back. So we have that. And then inside also is the, like I said, it's a little wall calendar, or it's a desktop calendar, but this actually is, you can buy this in full-size form too. And we'll kind of flip through this really quick. They've got the last month of the year for September through December of 2019. It's got that picture. And I like this calendar a lot. It's got the little things that you can write in. It's got some really good pictures there. There's a little button of the first album. And there's a shot from the photo shoot for Alive. February is Dynasty, and it's got these little buttons, which is really cool. February is a Dynasty shoot. Eric back there on the drums. March is Destroyer era costumes, I believe. Button with Kiss on it. April, which is my birth month, got the Choppers. The Chopper session. May. So there's a lot of original members in this, which I really love. So far, we've only seen Eric. Eric, in my opinion, Eric Carr gets a free pass because they made makeup for him they made him a character. The other two, they made a character for Vinny. The other two, it's laziness. July. Great. And I love these little buttons they've got down here in the corner. Spirit of 76 on the button down there. And then they've got Paul. Paul's face on the button. That's August. And then September is Love Gun and the Love Gun stage. My favorite era of Kiss right there. My favorite era. Love Gun, Alive 2, solo albums. Going into Dynasty. I love that era. One of the best photo shoots. October. November. Great shots. And finally, and how fitting, December. I actually have a shot of that photo shoot on my picture of that. I have a picture of that photo shoot on the lock screen of my phone. So this is really cool. I may go back and try to find this or look online and find this in the big style because I really like this. And it'll be my little desk calendar at work, but I'd also like to have one hanging on my wall. So now we get into the big calendar. We get into the actual calendar. That is the cover, and I really like that, even though that's made in the images of Tommy and Eric playing the Catman and the Spaceman. I really like that design, so I think that's a good cover. 16-month collector's edition 2020 calendar. So going into the beginning, you have it's September, October, November, and December like they have. And I think that's great. That's really big, and that's very, very, very cool. I'm trying to see around. Okay, then we go into the next one. I really like this. This is really cool, and it's huge. Destroyer. And the dates are, you can't really write on them. It's not white boxes you can fill in. So you have Destroyer there, which is really cool. Really like that. And if you look really close, they're skulls. See that? That is just badass. All right. So, and I like this too. February. The Love Gun. It's the Love Gun cover. Love Gun wording. They're doing really good up to this point. They're doing really good so far. Let you get a really good look at it there. Trying to hold it best I can. Let you get a really good look. All right. So that's February. Now, do they start pissing me off yet? Because you guys know me. I got to get pissy sooner or later. Okay. This is the very first panel that pisses me off. All right? All right. Creatures of the Night. And they've got the lyrics in and around them. But we are creatures of the night. But what the hell? Yeah. It's Eric and Tommy on the Creatures of the Night. No, I mean, come on. They didn't take them off the cover of the album. I mean, I didn't even really like when they re-released it and put Bruce on the front of the album. He didn't play on the album. Ace didn't play on the album, but it was a makeup album. So when they re-released it and remixed it and put them on the cover with no makeup on, I thought that was stupid. But this right here is the first panel that I give. I didn't like that, but that right there, that pisses me off. So I'm not going to be looking forward to the month of March. And then, oh my God, the month of April is Kiss. Now, I'm all right with that because that is Kiss as we know it now. That is Kiss. So, I mean, beggars can't be choosers. So it is what it is. But I'll show you here all the way down. So I'm okay with it. I'm okay as I can be with it. All right. The month of May just kind of confuses me because they've got makeup era, Around the Destroyer, Alive era, Rock and Roll Over era, and Crazy Nights. I mean, I don't get it. I like that design and I like the little icons of the makeup. I'm thinking about painting some Christmas balls. If I can get some white Christmas balls, I'd like to paint them to go on my Christmas tree back here. Back there. I like to paint them. But that is not Crazy Nights era. My buddy Rick over at It's All For You Demon loves this album. I think this is a great piece. Hot in the Shade Tour 1990. Kiss is not on it at all. It's just the drawing of the Sphinx. But that's a great... And that's for the month of June. So that's a good beginning of summer picture right there. And then July, you've got to love it. Spirit of 76, one of my favorite pictures of Kiss. Right there, the Spirit of 76. I love it. Let me get a little bit over here. I love the Spirit of 76. Just big, huge Kiss down at the bottom. And up to the picture at the top. Really cool. Really cool. I like that. I've always loved that picture. I had it as a poster when I was a kid. Now this one doesn't make any sense either. This is another one that I don't get pissed off about, but it just makes me scratch my head. Now, we've already seen Love Gun in here, but now here they are, they got lazy. And maybe they could have thrown Rock and Roll Over in here, you know? I don't know. Or maybe a picture from the first album. But no, they throw in another print of the cover of Love Gun, put Rock Gods above it, which, I mean, I don't know what that means. And then down at the bottom, they've got the Star Child, the Demon, the Spaceman, the Catman. You know, they don't have Ace, Gene, Paul, and Peter. They've got the personas there. So, not a big fan of August, but I think it's just they got a little lazy with it. And then September. And guys, I'm really trying to like this because I spent $20 on it. I'm really trying to like it. But sometimes I'm going to criticize them. I mean, that's just my way. You guys know me by now. So, Kiss, great logos. I love the big logos. And the solo albums, which I think is awesome. I love those images of the solo albums. I love those. But then look here. Alive 96-97 World Tour. Now, yes, it was all four of them on the Alive 96-97 tour. But those are the solo albums. So, am I just being nitpicky? Am I being too much of a bastard? Being too nitpicky? I mean, I don't know. I just don't know. Just don't know. But I love that. I love those images. I love those images. Those are great. Some of my favorite images of Kiss. The solo album covers. And then, now this is a really weird one. When I saw this, and it really kind of throws me. Because then, for October, they've got the picture of the band with Peter and Tommy. And Tommy looks like he's cosplaying. I mean, he looks like well, he is cosplaying. But he looks like a Kiss tribute band member. And he looks really bad in that. I think Rick said the same thing in his video. And then it's got the cheesy rock and roll all night, party every day, party on Wayne, party on Garth. I don't know. Not very happy with October. In my opinion, October should have had something to do with Kiss Meets the Phantom. But Kiss likes to act like Kiss Meets the Phantom don't exist. But wouldn't it be nice seeing something about Kiss Meets the Phantom in October? It really would be. And then we get to November. Like I said, once again, I am a huge fan of these big, huge logos. I mean, they take up half of the page. I mean, where my thumb is half the page. And then we have the Dynasty album cover, which I think is just epic. That is amazing photography, amazing artwork. But does it say Dynasty at the bottom? Nope. I Was Made for Loving You. Why not Dynasty 79? Why not Dynasty World Tour 79? Why not something other than the name of a song? The album wasn't called I Was Made for Loving You. It was called Dynasty. And then December, the last month, they've got that big, huge logo again, and then they kick it old school with Dress to Kill. So, you know, I think they had some missed opportunities. They could have represented in full size. They had a month. They could have represented the first. And I know they did album covers for the one before, but it was like the album covers that looked like they had wear. Because this is the size of an album here, so this was the size of the album cover. But they could have done this one. They could have done this year this way. And they could have had one of the first album with maybe some of those alternate shots. Or they could have had, so they represented, there's no Hotter Than Hell representation. There is no Rock and Roll Over representation. There's no, there's two representations of Love Gun. And maybe they could have had something Kiss Alive. They could have had a Kiss Alive 2. They had the solo albums. They had Dynasty. Like I said, there's just a lot of missed opportunities, and that's it. And then at the back, you've got the back. So, what do I rate this one on a scale of 1 to 10? Maybe a 6. They missed out on a lot, in my opinion. Now, this is just me, and I'm super critical. I know that, guys. You're not telling me anything that I don't know if you say, oh, you're super critical. I know I'm super critical. It's my personality. January, the Destroyer is great. February, the Love Gun is great. March, the Creatures of the Night, I hate it. I hate that they put Tommy and Eric in there. They could have done something with the actual cover art, some kind of change or something different. But having Tommy and Eric's image inserted into that era pisses me off. That probably makes me the maddest of all of them. April's okay. April's the one that they've got there in the middle. And like I said, it says Kiss, and that is the current incarnation of Kiss. So I'm okay with that. May is the one that's got a picture of them, and then it's got Crazy Nights. That could have been done. That should have been different. If you're going to have Kiss with just makeup on, there's no non-makeup shots on here. You shouldn't have even went to the Crazy Nights album. I'm okay with, you notice they went to Hot in the Shade, but they didn't put any pictures of the band with Hot in the Shade because it was non-makeup. But they could have done something. I'm okay with them keeping Hot in the Shade, although it doesn't fall into the era of this calendar. But it's a nice panel. But they should have done something different here. Maybe Rock and Roll Over. They got a circle there. So maybe they should have done Rock and Roll Over there. I love July. It's one of my favorite months there. The Love Gun, they should have done something different. That should have been Hotter Than Hell. It should have been something other than that. That there could have been the solo albums. That'd been perfect if they just said the solo albums. This Rock and Roll All Night and Partying Every Day, that's a stupid one too. That one makes me almost as mad as the Creatures of the Night one. That's stupid. The Dynasty one is good. They should just said Dynasty. and and December is good. Dress to Kill is good. So all in all, I score this a 6. And I feel like, me personally, I'm being a little liberal doing that. But anyway, if you want it, go out and buy it. You can get it online, $19.99. You can find it this time of year in calendar stores and all those little kiosks that pop up in the malls. I found mine for $19.99. I'm going to go back online and I'm going to get the large size of this one. Probably do it after Christmas for $15.99. So that's all I've got, guys. Like I said, Merry Christmas from me, Brant, to you, the viewers, In My Head channel. Pop down in the comments and let's say Merry Christmas to each other. Let's talk to each other more than talking to me. Down in the comments of this video, let's talk to each other and wish each other a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. That's all I've got for this video. I'll catch you in the next one. I appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you really soon. Thanks. I'm okay with them keeping Hot in the Shade, although it don't exactly fall into the era of this album. Doesn't fall into the era of this. It doesn't fall into the era. It doesn't fall into the era of this It doesn't fall into the era of this calendar.